Hey guys, my name is Taya and today I'm here to do another Legend of Korra video. Now I'd just like to say there was not one yesterday because I was busy having a social life and also earlier today, so I'm posting it now, which is probably going to be really late, but you know, better late than never, right? So without further ado, let's get into the review. So the episode begins with Sue taking down one of the guards. I'm like, oh, poor guy. He was just doing his job, you know? Poor guy. And then she does the thing that Toph does, which is uses her feet to see. I was like, so epic. Once in the camp, Sue turns over Kuvera, and it's actually Julian. I don't know about you, but I was like, I honestly thought that she would be Kuvera, and she wasn't. But I had already seen the preview, let's be real here, so I wasn't shocked when the actual episode came out, but I was shocked in the preview of the episode. So then there's a scene where Opal, Jinora, and Korra, and Iki, and Milo, and Sue's other son, Skrillex, was, like, talking about, you know, like, let's kind of break Sue out, and Korra's being like, and she's like, nah man, we gotta talk about this, because that will solve all our problems if we talk to Kuvira. Jinora takes a stand and is like, hey, Opal, you swore that you would be an airbender. That means, like, you know, you gotta keep the peace and all that stuff. And Opal's like, I don't care. My mom just got captured. When Milo came out of the room, he was like, why is that loudspeaker lady talking while I'm trying to sleep? I'm like, that's literally me. Like, in the morning, that is so me. Then him and Iki asked to join in talking to Kuvira, which Korra and Jinora replies with, you know, you gotta stay here. They want to keep them safe. And what I really like about this is Korra is kind of like the big sister. I really like the relationship that Korra has. Korra does not want to put them in danger and probably doesn't even want to put Jinora in danger, to be honest, but you know, she needs some backup, some reinforcement. Milo replies with, oh man, when am I gonna see some action? And like, honestly, that was the whole entire fandom right there. Too bad some stuff went down. It cuts to a scene where Varric and Bolin are in jail, and Baatar Jr. comes to wake them up and is like, hey, I need you to work on the spirit vine. Well, he went to wake Varric up, and Bolin kind of woke up. In that scene, Varric just mentions Julian's like, aw, I don't know if I ship them or not, but I think that scene was really adorable. And then Bolin's basically like, or not Bolin, Varric's basically like, hey, I need an assistant, and Baatar's like, get Bolin in on this. Varric is so smart in this episode. Everything was so strategically planned. Ugh, Varric is a genius. We see the Bob Cut Lady gang show up to the battlefield. Get it? Like the Bob Cut Lady, because Korra, Jinora, and Opal all just kinda... Opal asks about Bolin's whereabouts, and Kuvera replies with, he's, you know, in on this whole entire thing. And I'm like, no, why? Now she's gonna think Bolin is in on it. That's horrible. Kuvera's a liar. So before they fought, Korra and Kuvera had a very aggressive talk, and Kuvera mentions she's the one who brought peace to the Earth Empire. And I'm like, can we just... Pause. Kuvera keeps mentioning, oh, I'm the one who brought peace. I'm the one who brought stability. But Korra is the Avatar. She is the one who has saved the world countless number of times. She's the one who brings balance into the whole entire world. She is the one who is in charge. And Kuvera just doesn't seem to get like, hey, you know, maybe the Avatar is right. Obviously, because she's like, you know, the bad guy. But what Kuvera did in the Earth Empire, yes, it's amazing. Well, not amazing. Well, I mean, she conquered Ba Sing Se, but what I'm saying is, what she did to the Earth Empire does not even compare to what Korra did in Book 2 to save the fate of the whole entire world, or even Book 3. Does not even compare. Kuvera thinks she's higher than Korra, when really Korra has been at the top. And then she tells Korra, you aren't relevant anymore. Like, what? I think Korra has, like I said, proven her worth as she has saved the world over 3 times now. 3. She goes on to say that you can use the Avatar state, you can use whatever you can throw at me, but it won't work. And I'm like, this bitch literally just challenged the Avatar state. Is she for real right now? She's getting way too cocky, and it's good because when you start to get cocky, that's when you start to lose. Now going into this fight, this was actually my thoughts as watching this. I knew Korra wasn't going to win for two reasons. One, because this is only episode 6. Why would Korra even defeat the main villain halfway through the season? That does not even make any sense. And two, Korra already from the beginning didn't seem like she was ready to fight, so I knew this wasn't even going to go down well anyways. But when the fight actually started and Korra actually started getting thrown around, it was really hard for me to watch. I was like, oh, poor baby. Korra, why? Kuvira, I hate you. Upon working with Varric, he tells Bolin to do the thing, and I'm like, oh. He literally thinks everyone knows what the thing is when he wants it to be done. He has a really snappy line at Batar Jr., which I love because Batar Jr. is a little bitch ass. But he says, you couldn't discover a wolf bat if it was building a nest in your butt. Like, oh my god. Varric, yes. Varric is on point in this episode. Then he gives a little wink at Bolin, reassuring me that Varric already had a plan. He had a plan since the get-go. So the battle continues, and we see Korra just getting flung around, just flung. And during the fight, I'm like, why doesn't Korra just metal bend back? And I'm like, could it be that possibly she's afraid to bend metal because the poison was metallic? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Kuvira stands there, she's like, oh, come on, Avatar, show me what you got. She's like, moving around. I'm like, oh, I want her to, I want to punch her in the face. The whole entire fandom loves Kuvira, and yes, Kuvira is super pretty, let's be real here, but I don't like her. I love how even though Korra was clearly losing the fight, she still didn't want Opal to interfere with it, showing that Korra, like, people try to call Korra selfish. Till this day, Korra is not selfish. All she ever does is think of others, think of how to help others, try to help others, and if you think that's selfish, then you obviously don't know the definition of selfish. And the sad thing about Batar is he seemed like a really decent guy when he's not whining and being an asshole to everyone. Now during the scene, I was like, why is Batar so curious? Like, what is he planning on doing? Like, during this episode, I was, like, alert on everything. I was like, okay, this means this, this means this, this means this is gonna happen because of this. I was like, why is Batar so curious? Could it be that he has a plan himself? I don't know, pretty sketchy, man. Varric mentions that his idea for this spirit energy is from when he saw the Dark Avatar, Unalaq and Vatu. And I was like, yes, I already had made that prediction. I knew it. Look too much similar. Okay, grammar. So Varric reveals that he's actually been building a bomb this whole time. And like, he was willing to kill himself because Julie isn't by his side. I'm like, oh, that is some deep stuff, man. And he's like, he Varric himself because some girl Julie'd him. Varric is literally hilarious. So it goes back to the fight, and while Korra was throwing some fire, Kuvira spun the earth under her, and Korra's arm went like that as the fire was going out her hand. I'm like, Kuvira, no, she wrong for that one. I'm going to read you what I actually wrote about Kuvira. And keep in mind, I was really angry when I was watching this episode because I'm like, I actually hate Kuvira. So this says, and I quote, "Fucking bitch ass motherfucker thought she could take the Avatar in the Avatar state, but once it came down to her fake ass couldn't handle it." Like, OMG, like, she literally challenged the Avatar state, right? And once Korra actually went to the Avatar state, she freaking lost. Like, she was done. She was done. Had Korra not had that hallucination, she would have died. Korra would have killed her. So yes, let's chat about this fight for a second. So everyone was really upset that Korra lost. You guys are horrible. You guys are honestly horrible. Some of the things I've read about Korra as a character and Bryke as creators and writers are just terrible. The people who think that Korra is pathetic and Bryke is stupid for writing this, you can literally just leave. No one needs you here. Korra is going through PTSD, and I had to do some research on it, and it's what people suffer from after they go into the military. This isn't something that just goes away because you bent some metallic poison out of you. This is something that will haunt her for a long time, and probably even after she gets over it, like, and is able to fight, it'll probably still haunt her. You guys, okay, I remember in book 1 when people were saying Korra is too cocky, and now that she's not so cocky, people are saying, oh, Korra is as bad as book 1 as she was in book 1. I mean, Bright can't win here, can they? Did you really expect her to win the fight against the main antagonist of the season midway? That doesn't even make any sense. So, to whoever's leaving the fandom because she lost this one fight, bye. You're not wanted. And we don't need you. I mean, how boring would the series be if Korra just won every single fight that was tossed at her? There would be no excitement to it. It would just be like, oh, Korra's fighting, she's gonna win, I already know what happens, huh? No. Getting back to the review, I wonder what Kuvera's face actually did look like when she looked up at Korra in the Avatar state holding that big boulder about to crush her with it. I bet she looked scared and weak. Exactly what she called Korra. So Opal and Jinora step in to save Korra. Can we talk about how they literally held off a whole entire army? Like, that is some girl power right there. So Skrillex is watching not Jinora, Iki and Milo paint, and Iki has this like some whack painting that looks like it was done by like a 6-year-old, and then Milo has this masterpiece, and like he favors Iki's. It's hilarious. He's like one of my new favorite characters, and I don't ever know how to pronounce his real name, so I call him Skrillex. So we see that Varric actually got Baatar and his crew to leave, and I was like, wow, good on ya. Then Baatar makes this crazy ass face, insert picture here. So during the holding off the army thing, Jinora projectiles her spirit, and she calls upon the air babies, which comes to the rescue. And Milo's just like, you can't handle all this, Milo. Best part, like, no, that was the best thing that Milo has ever said. And after that, it happened. Kuvera claims Zaofu. The scene where she makes everyone bow is just literally horrible. And this is literally what I wrote about Baatar Jr. Fucking Baatar Jr. yelling at his dad's face and shit. Like, okay. Baatar Sr. says, I'm so disappointed in you, Jr. And I think that the greatest insult is looking down on someone. Saying stuff like that is literally the greatest insult to him. I feel like Baatar has a lot of pent-up rage against his father, and I really don't understand why. But that was a huge insult to him. So they take away Baatar Sr. and Skrillex, and he's just like, get your get your hands off of me, you're crushing my individuality. Literally, I love him. I am in love with him. So it cuts to a scene where Kuvera is bending metal like how Sue did in book 3. I was like, aw, because, you know, Sue trained her. Sue trained her to be, you know, a good metal bender, and she's bending the metal exactly how Sue did. Too bad she's evil. So Baatar mentions that he's able to recreate what Varric was doing with the spirit energy vine, and he needs assistance. So Kuvera's like, hey, Julie, get on this. And Julie's like, okay. And I'm like, yes. I no doubt in my mind that Julie is about to like bamboozle them all. Julie is going to be the hero. Julie, oh, I love Julie. Alright, so that is it for the review. As always, I'm going to do some predictions. So one prediction is, like I said, Julie is about to freaking bamboozle them and sabotage everything and potentially take down Baatar Jr. Another prediction is that Korra is going to visit Sahir's prison to seek knowledge to heal herself. I don't know if that's going to happen necessarily in episode 7, probably like 8. But I think she's going to do that. And then, this isn't a prediction, but obviously reunions. And, oh, this is a prediction. Well, kind of. What I want to happen is, you know how Asami was able to forgive her dad? I feel like they're going to, and also I want them to make a scene or have a scene where Korra and Asami are talking, and Asami helps Korra to forgive herself because, you know, Asami has mastered forgiveness, and so she can help Korra to forgive herself. Hashtag because she's her girlfriend. But that ain't none of my business. So yeah, Nick already released a clip with Korra reuniting with Naga, and no matter who you ship, if you ship Makora, Wuko, Korrasami, no matter what you ship, this is the most important reunion that happened in the show, and there's no doubt about it. Naga is everything to Korra, and Naga has been there for Korra since she was a little girl, and so this is the most important reunion of them all. So I'm glad to see that. I started crying, I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the video here. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Also, I'm using a new editing system, so tell me how you like it. Is anything different? Do you even notice? Or is it better quality? I don't know. Tell me. Also, sorry this video was so long. Like, there's so much to cover. It was a great episode. It was great. Like, 5 out of 5. And, yeah, check out the links down below to my YouNow, Tumblr, Twitter. I'm 24/7 blogging about Korra, so if you have a Tumblr, hit me up with a follow because this show is like, wow. Also, possibly, if you follow me on Tumblr, like if you are watching this video and from this video you go to follow me on Tumblr, tell me, because I've gotten, in the past 2 days, literally 2 days, I got 20 new followers. So I'm like, is that for my videos? Am I actually being recognized, or is it just because people, I don't know, just, I mean, if you feel like it, tell me if you're coming from this video and following me on Tumblr, because I really would like to know. And yeah, check out the links and all that good stuff, and other than that, I will see you later, alligator.